At 7 p.m, the laptop closes and the day feels long without any real satisfaction. Work filled the hours, yet the mind wonders how this became the routine. Disengagement grows when work is seen as endless tasks rather than a meaningful experience. Without acknowledging what truly matters, attention shifts to survival, complaints, and waiting for someone else. Since work consumes most of our adult time, a dull job silently reshapes health, relationships, and self-respect. Polls show widespread disengagement, so improving the work experience can change daily life, not just performance. A manager watches a team stare at screens, and nobody feels safe admitting the job fits badly. Another worker loves gig freedom, yet worries about stability, growth, and a clear path forward. The next ideas show how to reframe, set priorities, manage overload, and redesign work without starting over. This video is inspired by Designing Your Work Life by Bill Burnett and Dave Evans. Subscribe for exercises that make work fit better. Good enough for now is a reframe that accepts reality while keeping the door open for change. It works by shifting focus from perfect outcomes to small redesigns you can control today. Chasing more without pause can trap people on a hedonic treadmill where each win fades quickly. When the mind keeps shouting "not there yet," gratitude and clear choices disappear, and burnout risk rises. A person waits for the next promotion, and the current job becomes only a tunnel to escape. Another person looks at today, chooses one manageable improvement, and stops measuring life by a finish line. This approach supports work design because acceptance lowers panic and creates room to test new behaviours. It also weakens the urge to quit impulsively because you can improve fit before you change employers. Ask what is good enough for now, then pick one change that improves energy, learning, or connection. Repeat that small cycle weekly, and the story shifts from stuck to moving without needing a dramatic leap. Money versus meaning is not a false choice, as both measure what you value. A work view clarifies what good work means, while a life view defines what matters most, forming a guiding compass. Without this compass, a high-paying job can feel hollow, and a meaningful job can seem unstable and resentful. With coherence, you can align who you are, what you believe, and what you do each day. Some doctors accept lower pay in rural communities because caring and serving provide deep meaning. Other surgeons earn much more but feel little meaning, as their work does not align with their values. This framework is crucial at work because it transforms vague dissatisfaction into a decision tool you can apply weekly. It also prevents manipulation by status, as choices are evaluated against values rather than external applause. Write a work view that defines what good work means, then write a life view that defines what matters most. Compare your current job to both statements and choose one adjustment that makes the dots connect more clearly. Design thinking transforms your job into a design project, encouraging you to build your way forward rather than waiting. 6 mindsets guide this process: curiosity, a bias to action, reframing, awareness, radical collaboration, and storytelling. Reframing transforms dysfunctional beliefs into actionable challenges, helping you focus on the right problem. Once the problem is well defined, the next step is to create a prototype, a quick test you can run. A worker once felt like just a cog, giving up because the system seemed fixed. This belief shifts when they act like a lever, choosing one initiative and watching the system respond. Design work alternates between exploring many options and narrowing down to one direction worth testing. Radical collaboration enhances results because talking to others creates faster learning than solitary rumination. Share your story with 3 people, then notice which parts energize you and which feel heavy. If designer mindsets and reframing are useful for you, subscribe to get more tools for experimenting at work. Overwhelm manifests in 3 patterns: Hydra, which means too many duties; Happy, which means too many fun projects; and Hyper, which means an intense sprint. The common mechanism for all is task reduction, as too many commitments drain focus and disrupt any schedule. Hydra and Happy may feel different, but both create chaos, missed recovery, and a constant sense of falling behind. Overwhelm becomes manageable when you do less, regain control of your time, and treat the spike as temporary. A worker reports to multiple managers, consolidates data from many sources, and spends days answering status requests. Another person loves the project but overcommits, then discovers that every yes creates another invisible deadline. Set the bar low with micro goals, as small steps establish habits when big change collapses early. A good work journal tracks learning, initiating, and helping, which raises engagement by making progress and contribution visible. Make a less is more list, then drop, delegate, or renegotiate the top items with your boss. Write 3 daily entries for a month, then ask what you notice and design the next small adjustment. Work politics involve the use of influence, as change follows decisions made by those with authority. Influence is real only when it impacts decisions, so noise without impact is not power. A 3-dimensional view reveals a power zone where authority and influence overlap, driving outcomes. To stay in that zone, contribute visible value. Influence wanes when you stop adding value. A doctor with little formal authority can still join a major project by aligning with an influential leader. By supporting a nurse leader in translating technical issues into patient care goals, both influence and impact increase. Before quitting, redesign your job in place. A bad fit can often be improved where you are. If leaving becomes necessary, design the quit as a springboard, not a rage reaction that harms your story. Map the influencers and authorities, then choose one relationship to strengthen by offering help that matters to them. Write a 250-word redesign story. Share it with friends and use their reactions to guide your next steps. A satisfying work life is not a destination, but a practice of redesigning what you already have. Good enough for now creates stability and permission to keep improving without panic. Build a compass that connects money and meaning, then use it to choose coherent actions at work. Use designer mindsets to reframe problems, test prototypes, and learn through collaboration instead of rumination. When overwhelm rises, name the flavor, reduce tasks, and rebuild control through small wins and micro goals. Track learning, initiating, and helping, because engagement grows when progress is visible and relationships strengthen. Understand politics as influence on authority and add value to the right people so decisions can shift. Try redesign strategies before resigning, then quit well only after you have a clear next step. A weekly reflection can capture the best moments, training your attention to notice what is already working. If you want ongoing guidance on making work meaningful and manageable, subscribe to follow practical redesign and quitting steps